then I told her. And 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 then I told her. That was actually funny. I'm not going to say that I'm back yet. I'm not going to, because like a minute ago I was back and it immediately died again, so I'm just waiting for it to die once more. Talking about the internet. Am I being actively sabotaged? Are the Russians coming? Did somebody stick their finger into a wall socket somewhere in the internet provider's building? Hopefully not. Stay safe, everybody. Don't stick appendages into wall sockets, nor forks or metal objects that are not insulated between the metal and your hand or tongue or whatever. Alright. Let's see if the chat reconnected properly. There. Polar bear. Okay, so for some reason... Okay, so in Twitch chat, it's a white polar bear, aka a normal polar bear. But in the overlay chat, it's a brown bear with a snowflake. That's the same emote. One emote turns into two what? Polar bear face turns into a grizzly bear with a snowflake. That's just one emote. But in the other chat, like in the nested stream chat in OBS and the legit Twitch chat, the pop-out one, it's a polar bear. They're so ridiculous. Anyways, I'm back. Hello. Fucking hell. Is that because Streamlabs didn't want to be racist, and instead of making a white bear face, they just have the normal brown bear with a snowflake next to it, so it's like implied that it's a polar bear. Oh, that gave me cancer. I love it. Absolute clown world. It's fun. Okay, so I don't know how long the stream was dead because OBS was on its 7th retry, and I think after the 3rd or 4th retry it goes into the 100 seconds between retries, so maybe the stream was down for minutes. I mean, I'm just in this cave, I'm doing the Naiad quest, clearing the cave. I found this wellspring, maybe that was recorded, maybe not. I even stopped the recording at some point. Full on restarted garbage, so, you know. Things that are technical difficulties. They exist. And sadly they exist on a regular daily basis. Oh well. I remember when it was a lot worse though. Like before Corona times, I couldn't even stream before 9 PM my time. Because the internet was just so bogged down, like I guess their servers or whatever couldn't handle. The providers couldn't, or servers, whatever. You know what I mean. Infrastructure probably wasn't really built out back then. I don't know, 'cause like in the afternoon it would just poop itself and not be usable, basically. At least the upload would just literally disappear. But I checked with my speed test on my phone, and we are on very high speeds right now, both download and upload. I only need the upload right now, and it's on the 25 megabits, you know, more than enough for streaming. I only need like 5 megabits, because when there's a little wonkiness, like it's constant bitrate, but when there is some kind of interference, it does try to compensate by sending a little more for the next couple seconds after the little interference or lag or something. But I mean, Twitch requires people to have constant, so constant it is. Even though Wi-Fi is not particularly known for being constant. But
okay,
I do what I can.
no loitering. Goodbye.
And about 95% of the times, it actually works. So, I know people out there who are like, Wi-Fi people can't stream, that's just impossible. And I'm like, well, works for me. Like, it legit works. I mean, I do have to actively cool my phone. Otherwise, it will literally melt itself.
You have no more room. You can't carry no more room.
Why are things so big? You know what? Arachnos, 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 Cleaver. I don't need those. Screw that. I can't wear the Arachnos stuff. I'm not using the melee stuff. Yeah, I guess axes don't have pierce. But you could stab stuff with that. Oh look, battle marker. What a waste.
You have cleansed the poison from...
Ooh. Big chunk. Extra health. You don't let me perform.
I used to sell plows and scythes to farmers, but since the monsters, it's been swords and shields, greaves and speed. Come again.
Attack on Titan. Or Walking Dead or whatever. And it could be considered Attack on Titan if these things were larger, of course. That was a waste. I had to try. I mean, they have some flesh on them, these zombies, so maybe they have something. They can suck, but no. Yes, pull them. Although my little bone friend is not particularly tanky. I think this guy doesn't even have... Oh, I have the second mastery. Good stuff. I think this guy doesn't even have dodge. Yeah, he doesn't have dodge. Like the this guy has dodge. Look at that, 18% for starters. These guys start with 15%. Earthman. I'm kinda tempted to just do Spirit and Earth. Have the Lich King, have the Core Dweller, and just, I don't know, throw fire or like Flame Surge. I think Flame Surge can be made into spammable, right? Yeah, this one lowers the recharge. And this increases projectiles and you can just go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Tempted, but no. Want to go into Art of the Hunt. So now we are the Bone Charmer. Brittany. Brittany Spears. Exactly. I got some extra strength and dex. Also have 14 points. Bracelet of the Glade. Ooh, level 11. I'll keep that. This thing is garbage. Alright.
Yes, stranger. Farewell.
Okay. So next level up is another buff. And then more points into the Lich King guy. To keep him on top of the damage dealing side of things. Mostly one taps things. Although, wait, right now he's level 7. Instead of, yeah, because he has the extra 4 from the Mastery Shrine, so unless he dies, I don't really need to put the extra 3 points in him. Because that would still just be 6. So if I resummoned him, he would lose 1 level, so yeah, that's just whatever. It's not a priority. I keep forgetting that Mastery Shrines let you augment your summons per play session like that. Let me suck the bird! No! I was clicking, but the character was just running, I guess. Maybe I clicked the wrong thing. Actually, no. It doesn't run if I just try to do the life leech. Guess I'll resort to the W instead. Life leech is a... or life drain is a W. Drain that bat! Yeah. Although now that I have access to the extra attack speed passive, it's very tempting to just do that. Oh, is this the sleep guy? Oh man, I hate this guy. I gotta kill the ones that are not summoned. Oh wow, my dude is about to die. Well, I guess we can do the level ups in him. Oh, stop it! You are so annoying. There you go. Oh my god, look at the little child corpses just walking. They're so small. But I guess they are same size as the people. Some of these are summoned and will eventually just expire on their own, but they have such a long duration that you just stab them. Like the ones that came from the other room, they're probably just the summoned ones. You see, that one just disappeared, so... yeah. Like these. But apparently they still give experience, so that's good.
Your inventory is full.
God damn it. Wait, what? It's not. It's not nearly full. Guess it was just weirdly packed. I also keep forgetting to sell that. Look at that, level 12. 160 intelligence. Not even close to that. Oh my god. It's not a good one though. Yeah, against the undead, neither of us is pretty good. Mantle skills, meh. Especially when those pesky commanders come buff everybody with their thing, like this guy. Look at this guy, Captain. Yes. No. Yeah. There, much better.
Your inventory is full.
Sure it is. I honestly just don't want to keep going back and forth between selling and running around and selling. It doesn't take long, but it adds up. Doesn't give a lot of extra monies. Not really worth it. And since I'm so bad with attribute points, because I basically get a very little amount of strength and then a decent amount of dex in the end, I'll be pretty much behind in armor and stuff. And spears and even the shields, especially the shields. Because they are purely strength based. So there's no point picking up every single item, even if it's maybe better, because I won't be able to use them. Oh look, my dude gets the Art of the Hunt. But what does the Art of the Hunt do? Extra percentage bleed and pierce, so that's useless for him. But plus 3 damage to beastmen and beasts. Well, level 1 it's not particularly good. It's this that I want. Find cover? Hell yeah. And then 1 point into this for the reduced entrapment duration. That is also very good. Those will be the things I really like to max out quickly. Well, the entrapment one just 1 level because it's already 100%. I don't think that increases. And that will also apply to the dude. Why am I even stabbing these if you just one-shot them? Can it attack the things down there? Can we cheese and gain some hefty amount of experience by killing level 40 plus enemies? Going into the Ragnarok DLC that's apparently there! Don't have the rights. I didn't buy the rights. Beads. Anal beads of endurance. Just let me kill one of them, please. What use is a spear if you don't use it to kill things with? Aha! Although that wasn't a spear. Pretty strong companion early on. I would say it's better than the wolves. Although it doesn't have the survivability of the wolves. The fact that it can't avoid projectiles and dodge attacks is just very bad. But I guess it fits. It's a mage, basically. Yeah, I'm just running around. Da-da-da. No! Stole my kill. Wow. I feel so useless. Look at him go! It's actually fun. Already at Megara. It only took me 20 minutes according to the stream. More like 2 hours, but yeah. Pick up the money. I'm meshing the thing. Just won't pick it up. Oh, I would really love to have like 2 of these. But sadly they are just 1. There's also this goat man we can summon later on, but I don't think I'll ever use this. It lives for like, what, 30 seconds? I mean, sure you can pop it for bosses, but... Maybe once everything else is leveled up, but I don't think I'm going to go further than the second difficulty with this build. Unless it's fun. No, unless it really is fun enough for me to want to go further. Like the summoner was fun enough to run through all the 3 difficulties with. And I would do it again! In a couple years, I guess. Ooh, jagged hoplon. Get out of here. Oh, that's pretty. 92 strained. I could use this then. You know what? Screw it. Okay. 10 straight. So, why this guy pops zombies and stuff. Stand around. 1% extra blockage. Pierce resist. Pierce damage. Oh, this gives me damage as well. Retaliation chance or bleed retaliation chance. Okay. It gave me 1 more DPS. And it looks pretty cool. Look at that. That shield is begging to be thrown. That's a throwing shield right there, if I've ever seen one. Don't mind me. I'm looting. $69 damage? This guy's a memester. Haha, I killed one. I killed a skeleton. Or a zombie or whatever it was. Both of us are just fighting for the flashy creatures. We need to suck the life. It's alright, there's a lot of them in here. What is this? 13 armor, 4 strength. This would be nice. Level 11 though. Oh look, pet damage. 10 damage plus 5 physical. Wait, 10 damage. So that's probably physical, right? This guy doesn't do physical. This guy needs vitality and elemental for bonuses. But I don't think I'm going to focus on pet jewelry this time around. I'll focus on like resistances and even extra attributes because I'll be needing them. Screw that guy. Ooh. Jewelry. I'm blind. Skittles essence. Yes. Taste the rainbow. Or something. I think Skittles was the one with the I think the giraffe biting into the rainbow commercial. That was weird. need to leash someone. Ah, yes. I wonder if it tastes like anything, you know? Life leech. Or life drain, or whatever. Like, would it taste like life? And what would life itself taste like? Oh, that was nasty. Got consumed by the sand. Poor creature. Oh! I'm always excited to see turtle shell piece drop. I don't know why. I think I remember my old characters back in the day with shields, and I was like, I need these things to drop, and they just wouldn't.
I can hold that for you.
Let's go to the formula holder, man.
Your goods are safe with me.
We've got troubles. Every part of... So,
Give me my stuff.
Leonidas sent you.
Yeah.
Everyone's to all the Lucy's, the three princes.
Yeah. More.
The truth is...
More.
Muse. Why these monsters came are...
Welcome, welcome. A fine warrior.
I know I
like
said that thing
yourself,
looked
I'm
good, but
sure I've got just what you're looking for.
at the same time,
Nothing
this is
else.
an any percent speedrun now.
Our chests are spacious and secure.
Spacious, if you pay for the space, of course. Any one of these level 7, 92 dexterity. Ooh,
Good day then.
sucks. This might be a waste, because I will get dexterity with my mastery bar. Although, how much do I get per level 3? And I need 97. Hey, Bless. Slava Ruski! Nah, it's not even a good joke. I don't even know what it means.
Hey.
How are things? Wow, dude, chill with that. I know. I imagined it would not be funny to you. Or anyone who's, you know... not insane. Do I even want this? It would be great damage. There's no attribute respec in the game, so... Although all of these need more and more dexterity. God damn it. And not a lot of strength. I already have 97. Yeah. Put it up to 100.
Bye.
Bye!
Safe travels.
Fire spike, so a lot more damage and even some extra stuff. Double damage. I have a fire spike and a sun shield.
What about armor?
Wanted to volunteer in Ukraine, but
We've got armor.
they say you will lose your nationality if you go volunteering in Ukraine. For what? For like distribution of like aid packages and like helping people who are stuck in rubble and shit, maybe, or like, yeah, for helping civilians. You would lose your nationality for that? That's how your country decide. That's what your country decided on. That's interesting. Hungary decided to not help Ukraine with anything other than just letting people come through the border, and some cities send like help packages, like food and medical supplies and like generators and fuel for the generators and stuff like that. But that's on the cities, like that's not government issued thing. The government is only like, yeah, we let a couple 100,000 people through. That's that. Because our government probably wants to become buddies with Russia again once this blows over. Because, you know, that's how it is. I don't think it has
Come again!
the population in mind first. Is its own agenda. But at least we're not supporting Russia, huh? Zelensky will remember which countries help. Yeah. Although most countries are like, hey Ukraine, here's some weapons. Go defend yourself. You'll go and knock Russia down a peg. And guess what? We didn't even have to get involved. I feel like a lot of countries, especially America, mainly help Ukraine because it undermines Russia. They don't help Ukraine because they want to help Ukraine because it's a horrible thing that's happening to them. They help Ukraine because it hurts Russia. Maybe that's a very cynical way of looking at it, but I feel like some countries like have a vested interest in, you know, hurting Russia on the global leaderboards, so to speak. Mainly America. I don't know about other countries. I mean, I know Germany is extremely reliant on Russian oil, and even so they were like, fuck you, Russia. Even though it hurts Germany a lot. And that's pretty cool. But, you know, I also think about those Russians who are not on the side of the war, like who are also against this whole shit, and they are getting punished for it also, just because they are Russian. So, you know, it all bites both ways. And it's a mindless, stupid shit that's happening. And I hate it. But oh well, here we are. After the war, Ukraine will be one of the one to decide if they accept NATO to join Ukraine. So they got it. They got the offer. Yeah, I know they got offered. So, but why would they say no after the war is over? I mean, it probably would help, like, the economy of Ukraine if they were to join NATO. You know, it would help travel in these Corona times. So, there's that, I guess. Although I feel like Corona is the least of people's worries right now in Ukraine. A slight coof. Most of the time.
It was a fair spot.
If Ukraine loses, we are next. Oh, that definitely, yes. But I don't think Ukraine is going to lose. Like, the state of the whole fucking invasion army of Russia, like, they're absolutely garbage logistics. It was so rushed and half-assed, this whole thing. I feel like Putin woke up one day and was like, "Alright people, prepare because we are going to mobilize and roll into Ukraine." And then the loyalists started to prepare, and then next day Putin was like, "Alright, let's go. But esteemed leader Putin, we are not ready yet." "I don't care, we go. I saw it in a dream." And thus they were not prepared. Thankfully, because, you know, their shitty logistics and the fact that they didn't really account for the weather and the fact that the Ukrainian people will actually defend their homeland. Because of course they will defend their homeland. You know? Thankfully, somehow the invasion force didn't really account for these kind of things, these kind of obvious things. But also their own supply chains and the fact that the supply chains can be and will be disrupted. And like I've seen the pictures where their high-tech planes have very old GPS devices like clipped onto the dashboard because their shit doesn't work. It's like, what the hell? Which is good because it hinders them greatly, and that's what we want. But yeah, imagine if they prepared adequately for the invasion. That would have been bad. Real bad. Stop stabbing the air! I was looking at the health bar and the health bar only. Just holding that shift click. Oh, I meant that NATO will beg to join Ukraine. Wait, NATO wants to join Ukraine? What? You mean what? It will be Ukraine who will decide if they want NATO. Oh, NATO will beg for Ukraine to join NATO. Yeah. NATO doesn't help Ukraine, individual countries help? Yeah. I don't know what made like the NATO Council or whatever change their mind about Ukraine though. Like, wasn't it that initially they didn't want Ukraine to join? But then they changed their mind and they were like, okay, Ukraine, if you want, you can, you know, you can join. Russia's too corrupt to prepare well for such massive things. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Like I've seen the pictures where the these reactive platings of the tanks were just filled with cardboard or some shit because of massive corruption. Which is obvious, it's goddamn Russia, of course it has massive corruption. It's fucking communism. I'm not saying that capitalist countries are less corrupt, but but yeah. Money for the preparation went into the pockets of the what are they, monarchs or aristocrats or whatever these big boys in Russia are the main enablers of the madman known as Putin. God damn it, this thing dies so quick. I wonder what the resistances of the Lich King are. It definitely doesn't have a cold resistance. It's just melted. Although I don't have cold resistance either. I can't even say anything. I mean I can, but yeah. It probably has the basic undead resistances like, you know, life leech, resi, poison, bleed, resi, this kind of things. Just like the Core Dweller and its extremely high fire resistance. It's borderline immune to fire damage. But I would imagine fire messing up the Lich King. What am I picking up? Get out of here. Ooh, movement speed. Cold damage. Do I need these decks? I mean, not really. I'll put this Cold Drizzy on. 40% is pretty dope. NATO was scared for Ukraine to join because Russia can attack. Now Ukraine is attacked and NATO is once again scared, but not because of nuclear war. I mean, everybody's scared about that, yeah. Like, the threat, the looming threat, whether it's just an imagined threat or a real one, because we don't see into the dude's head. We don't know whether he would push the button or not, but the threat of him pushing the button, yes, that's there, and that's probably the scariest thing, because I'm still afraid that once he realizes that he can't win this shit, he'll be like, well, if I can't win this, no one can. Boop! And then we all die. Because if they launch, America will definitely launch back, because it's America. I mean, we can't expect anything smarter from America. I mean, it's sad, but that's how it is. Like, I don't expect anything smart from Biden, that's for sure. That man is half dead. Half brain dead, that is. Which is sad, because like, it's just a sad thing that their leader is also kind of like halfway in the grave and almost completely senile. Like, I don't mean this as a personal attack. I'm not being an asshole. I'm just stating what I think is a clear fact. So yeah, the world is going to shit real fast. And we're all here to enjoy the ride. Did you know that Russia has 6,350 nuclear weapons? How many of them are actually functional? Because seeing as their trucks had a bunch of tire failures, like, how many of those nukes would just explode on launch, you know? I don't want to find out, obviously, but I didn't know about that number, and that is a very scary number. Like, one is enough to cause massive goddamn damages. I mean, we've seen. Like, sure, I wasn't alive for it when, you know, the nukes dropped on Japan, but I mean, the footages are there. Like 6,000, like, that's overkill for the entire planet. That is, and that's just Russia. How many nukes does America have? Find me the number. How did that guy die again? Suck! I want to kill it with my sunk. That is a tradition that I will do now. All the bosses will have to die to the suck. Unless I respec and get rid of the suck itself. So. Oh, so next level gets the Soul Blight. I should go get that. It's a nice debuff for stronger enemy. But after that, I should just go into, like, one point in this for the obvious benefits of the poison resistance. Can I put this on my summons? Oh wow, look at that, I can give it Thermal Remedy. But being undead, as you can see on the tag, I don't think it cares about poison at all. And the health regen is very garbage, like +3 health regen per second, that's nothing. That's not worth it. So I'm not going to keep putting it on the undead boy. It's not my character. Because for that it's pretty good, like it scales pretty well. Look at that, 8 per level. That will be good. And this one point we'll go into the mastery bar to get some attributes because I'm lacking. USA has about 4,000? Jesus Christ. Why though? Like this whole arms race, like all it takes is one fucking madman or an extremist group or some garbage to happen, and there we go. Going out with a bang. I don't get it. Sook. Russia's #1 nuclear things. They made a shit ton of them during Cold War. Yeah, the arms race. The Cold War never ended, right? Like, it just turned into espionage and information war, where it's like, we're spying on each other from afar. And secretly still amassing nuclear weapons, even though we shouldn't. Cupid's anal beads. Oh yeah, sign me up. Oops, whatever.
Not enough energy.
Ah! Energy! Also because Ukraine gave them away for their independence in 1994. Ukraine had nukes and they just gave it to the Russians so they could be free. I mean, I guess at that time it was a smart thing to do, because, you know, nobody wants to use nukes. So, if you can buy your freedom with that, then might as well. Everybody loses as soon as nukes start flying, so... Hopefully they will keep that in mind and not press the button. The iconic big red button of global destruction. But I guess we have to wait and see. Because I have a feeling tensions are rising back at the Russian home front. Because things are not going too well for them in Ukraine. So they're probably getting pretty stressed out about it. At least the people that are for the war. The weirdos. I haven't checked in on the situations in the past like 4-5 days though, so my knowledge is at this point pretty outdated because things are happening very fast. All I know is that a lot of people are still, you know, losing everything in Ukraine. And it's just a depressing thing. I wonder what comes next, you know. We had the Rona, then we have war. What's next? Aliens? I wish. At least that would be kinda cool. Pick up the loop. The death loop. Mario plays massive hostage-occupied city now. Oh. They completely encircle it. 300,000 people live there. Ukrainian army cannot do shit. Occupants killing civilians on the streets. Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything. Because it would start with war and then with crime. Now I feel bad. Yay. That's alright. But how are you doing, Bless? Are you doing alright? Are you excited for Easter? Easter is around the corner. Well, not really, but it's coming in fast. Painted eggs. Splashing buckets of cold water on the girls. If you have those kind of traditions, you know. Or just, you know, ham. Eating ham. And eggs and slaughtering rabbits and eating them too, because food is great. Yeah. Maybe there's gonna be an Easter sale on Steam? Trying to just get away from the whole war topic. Oh wow. I find it very weird how I check these fucked up war news and updates every day for a few hours and come to a place like Twitch seeing so many people just living and doing stupid shit like nothing happened. It's all copium at this point. Like, for a lot of people it's copium. Like, we all know that shit is going down, but what the fuck could I do, you know? Like, I could go to the border and be like, oh, I'll bandage your wounds, fleeing Ukrainian citizen. And that's about all I could do, you know, it's like, meh. Plenty of people doing that already, plenty of people more qualified to do stuff like that, so... Like, what the fuck? Could a random dude, especially what the fuck could a streamer do? Like what do you expect from full-time streamers? They're not qualified to do shit. That's why they are full-time. Take that with a cup of salt, though. Before anybody cancels me, you know. It's a joke, man! It's just a joke. These days, you're making steel plates for Ukrainian soldiers so that the bullets don't go through the what? The body? But won't you lose your nationality over that? Making, like, homemade armor plates? I mean, that's pretty cool. You're doing something, that probably has a noticeable impact. That's nice. What the fuck did I pick up? Get out of here. Streamers could spread the news on what's happening in Ukraine. There are a lot of streams that are just doing 24-hour coverage. Like, mostly like city view cameras and stuff, from, you know, the ones that are still up. Although how much of that is actually live, like actual live footage, and how much is just recorded stuff, I don't know. But there are things. But I'm guessing Twitch is probably censoring that kind of stuff very heavily. Because, you know, corporations would probably just censor the shit out of that. Because it's not brand friendly, you know? As pathetic and sad as that is. That's why a lot of streamers outright say that they don't tolerate any kind of politics on the channel. Because, like, let's say someone is partnered with Twitch, they will most likely not allow politics unless they are a political channel. Although those probably don't get partnered very easily. Because Twitch is a corporation and they want to make money, and if you have a lot of political thing that will upset all the boomers, they'll be like, what the hell is this? This is not a site for politics. I thought this was mainly a gaming and titty streamer site. What is this? And, you know, all the investors and shadow people with a lot of money are, you know, would be pretty upset, and they would be spazzing out. So Twitch has to censor shit.
A gentle, you see,
and thus, you don't see a lot of people talking about it. And also, it's the whole fucking coping. People try to ignore it because they know they can't really do much. Especially the people who are like overseas and shit. So yeah. There are reasons. Whether valid or not. You decide. You won't lose your nationality, you're making plates home, just give them to responsible people who drive to Ukraine, give soldiers supplies. So this is all hush hush, and I shouldn't report to you to your authority. I'm just joking, jeez. I wouldn't do that. I don't even know how I could. So, yeah. Can I suck Emo? Or Eno? Oh look! A second fire spike, and it's worse. Good shit. Suck. Oh, it won't reach. Need to go a little closer. I mean, this works. If I was a volunteer soldier in Ukraine, then I could lose my nationality. Oh, that sucks. Politics ended the moment Russia invaded Ukraine. Peace was never an option. I mean, they didn't really end. Negotiations ended. Politics never end, sadly. It's a constant thing in everything, because it's a core part of our society. We live in a society, guys. Like diplomatic negotiations with Russia, sure, those ended. Like, they tried, though. I mean, there were ceasefires that were broken by Russia and stuff like that. And some light war crimes here and there. Courtesy of Russian soldiers. So yeah, I'm not really surprised that people don't even try to peacefully resolve this. I mean, you can't.
It is true. Can you
Not at this point. Oh, I have a second bag. Ah, look at that. Nice. Now I can loot. This thing is very strong. Jesus. Oh, look at that. You're trying to protect yourself with sticks? Oh no, there's a dude. Ah! Kill this. Yeah, yeah. I killed the plants. On a brighter note, did you play Elden Ring, Bless? Did you get your third vaccination, or fourth at this point? Hope you're staying safe. Whether it's viruses or bullets. I almost died to sickness. Although that's an over-exaggeration, but at one point it was kind of scary. The sickness. I almost died. But sadly, I didn't. Jesus.
A blacksmith of remark.
Oops. Okay. You know what? You go there and you go here. pressing 1 for herbal remedy, but it's not the one.
I was
It's
on
the
my
2.
way from Delphi with...
But I guess now it's the 1. Won't waste money on such thing. That seems too hard. I mean, you can pirate that. I mean, I'm not endorsing piracy. Just a disclaimer. I don't want to get cancelled. But you can demo it. You know, if you look around hard enough, you can find the unofficial demo version somewhere. Oh, pierce damage? Okay, that's good. Avoid projectiles. Less damage from beasts. Ooh, and percentage, not just flat 35 damage. Ah, I'll take that. It's pretty decent. That's pretty, I would rather keep the extra percentage pierce resi. And this thing is... I mean, the physical damage is worse, 3%, but 1% extra fire damage, that's not noticeable. I mean, it's only 6 to 8 fire damage, it's nothing. 2 more fire resi. Nah, trash. Trash this thing.
I see you've traveled a long road, stranger. Come, have a look. I might have something to suit your needs.
I haven't played Elden Ring either because I watched a full playthrough and now I'm watching a potentially full randomizer playthrough, maybe not a full playthrough with it, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm watching. So I'm more than my craving for Elden Ring is more than satisfied. So you say that you won't play Lost Ark because it's boring to watch, and yet you play this thing which is like 10 times worse looking? You have a point there. You have a very valid point. But fuck Lost Ark, you know? You know what I mean? Fuck that game. Full of microtransactions that help you skip shit and speed things up. I'm not going to publicly encourage people to play it. Screw that shit. Also, I already did my dailies today and did the weeklies because it was the weekly reset. I already did the things I wanted to do. And I'm not in the mood of... oh my god, I almost died. I'm not in the mood of playing the story right now, so... You know... But you're right. I honestly, I don't really have an excuse. Like, actually, this is not 10 times worse looking. It's only like 7 times worse looking. Don't mind the fact that the spear is not actually in the hands of the character, but on top of it. This is a very old game, okay? Honestly, when you zoom in, Lost Ark looks pretty ugly as well. Like, oh my god. Like, there's a mount, a raptor mount, you can get if you get enough adventure tome clearing for Northvern, I think. One of the earlier islands. And if you zoom out, you can see where the different parts of the raptor are put together. You can see the seams and the outline, and it's like when you zoom in, the outline disappears, but the seams are still visible. And it's like that made me not want to use the raptor mount because I just couldn't unsee the shit.
That is my
That is my grove. The one that is burning, yes. This is the best music of the game. It really fits certain current global events. Jesus. No respect. And then there's this generic boss music. I quit it as well after reaching level 50, it just got boring. Yeah, I have warned you about that. Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of like story quests to do, but it's so basic. I literally started skipping all the story stuff after like the third island or third main continent or some whatever you want to call it. I'm still far from done with the main story and stuff, but most of it is just so basic fantasy garbage that I'm like, ah. I've seen that dozens of times before, I don't really care. But yeah, once you reach level 50, you know, the level ups kinda stop. All you get is the roster level ups, which are basically pointless or meaningless, they don't really do much. And it's, you know, getting stronger is mainly the whole gear upgrading, and that's where the grind really becomes obvious. That the point of the game is to grind your item level so it becomes higher, so you can grind harder content, so you can get even higher item level, and that's basically the game loop, the gameplay loop. And yeah, not something I really care about. I'm mainly just doing the adventure tome stuff. I do some sailing every day, like I visit maybe 1 or 2 new islands and do stuff on them, but even those are like completing the island stuff is like tied to your item level, so some are higher item level, some are lower. Getting the island's token is tied to this rapport things, so you have to like spend days like wooing the NPCs so they will become your friends and suck you off and give you the island token. Or you can just buy a bunch of rapport gifts in the in-game shop and do the whole stuff in one go. Skip the grind. Yeah. Fuck that. So yeah, I'm not overdoing it on Lost Ark because it's pretty obvious that if I overdid it, I would very quickly drop the entire game. Also, I do my dailies, I do a little sailing around, and like, when I feel like doing more of the main story, I do more of the main story, but that's about it. But yeah, I'm not surprised that you dropped it. I'm surprised you got bored of that. But hey, that was that your like your first like Korean style MMO? Was that your introduction? Your cherry, so to speak? I mean, at least you tried something new, right? Next up, you gotta try... oh fuck, I don't have any in my inventory. You gotta try Anno Beads. And then tell me how it was. Because I don't know about those. But they're popular enough. Oh look, it's Shadowmaw! Screw this guy. Who's gonna run around? Ah. Whoa, mister. Wait, why was there a wolf noise? Oh my god, it killed my dude. Oh, it summoned a bunch of garbage. Oh. Almost dead, though. I love the lack of any kind of music right now. Oh my god, that was so loud. And then he got consumed by the ground and then melted. Holy crap, that wolf noise was pretty loud. Good job, Lich King. Enslaved Soul, that's his name. No, Warframe would be nice to watch. I can't stream Warframe though. It would be a fucking terrible fucking viewing experience. I'm not even kidding. Like, my hardware is absolutely trash for streaming that. It would just be a goddamn blur, and then it would lag, and then it would be a blur again. Like, you would not be able to know what the fuck is going on. If I could, maybe I would, because I do play Warframe every day for like half an hour, maybe an hour. Maybe I would do like a little bit of Warframe every day on stream, but honestly, I tried. Nope, that's not happening. Just sad. But yeah. Maybe it was a very slow game instead of the high motion game that it is. You could decipher what's happening on the screen, but yeah. That ain't happening, sadly. My cherry was Grim Dawn, which you recommended. Ooh! That's not a Korean MMO. That's completely different, but I guess that was your ARPG cherry. That's a good game to start your ARPG journey with. Grim Dawn is excellent. You know what I recommend next in the ARPG genre? Lost Epoch. Yes. I don't recommend Titan Quest though, because if your first was Grim Dawn, then Titan Quest is going to feel like Grim Dawn, but less. Although it has its charms. And, I mean, I'm playing it right now and I'm enjoying it, so, you know, I mean, I like it. So I half recommend it, but only if you can get it for cheap. There's a reason why I'm not buying the DLCs. And it's not the fact that I don't have money for it, it's the fact that I don't feel like it's worth it. I don't feel like they are worth more than $5 per DLC now, and they cost like 20, 15? I don't know. You would be better off buying Windbound. I recommend that game, 100%. It basically has combat like Dark Souls. Mainly because of the shitty camera angles and the lock-on being kind of garbage at times. But, so that's why you play these low system requirements games? Yes. That is correct. The Binding of Isaacs, the Thea the Shatterings... Oh wait, no, Shattering I still haven't streamed, even though I keep saying that I want to, and one day I will. Thea the Awakening, you know, back in the day. The Fallout New Vegas. Basically, anything that came out in 2016 or before. You know, so I draw the line at games like The Witcher 3. Anything that requires more is not going to fly. Like Warframe would fly if it wasn't very high motion. Because it would definitely require 60 FPS. And my shit starts to chug at 60 FPS, even if I do the NVENC.
Well, I don't get many visitors.
And even if it didn't
How can I help
completely
you?
poop itself, it would, you know, the whole, you don't know what's happening on the screen because it's so blurry, so, you know, that's the whole problem. I mean, I could play Warframe slowly, but I can't play Warframe slowly. Warframe is about speed, just like Path of Exile. Another game that I didn't stream mainly because of all the garbage. Also, it has a lot of requirements for that my hardware is not very good with.
Goodbye now.
Color. Plus, I don't play Path of Exile anymore. I broke up with Path of Exile. It was a sad thing. It was a sad day. Maybe that's why I got sick. Because I broke up with Path of Exile. And now I'm mourning. I'm not really, but... oh well. These type of games did you play? I only played Lost Ark, Grim Dawn, Guild Wars 2 and RuneScape. Hey, I mean RuneScape is okay. And I never played Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 1 for that matter. But I heard that back in the day it was all the rage. People loved that thing. I never played it because it wasn't a free-to-play MMO. And back then I didn't exactly have the capital. Not capital, capital? The cash! to just willy-nilly buy a video game. Like getting video games was mostly a Christmas/birthday kind of thing, you know? And like multiplayer games like that, you couldn't really just pirate. Although there were probably private servers and stuff like that. I mean, you can play World of Warcraft for free. And I'm not talking about the trial version, where you can level up to 14 or something like that, and then do your subscription. No, there are ways to play that game, the full game. But I mean, World of Warcraft is kind of shit now, so yeah. Warcraft. What is this though? Another Ember Flask. Okay, I'm gonna start selling these formulas. I don't need all these Ember Flasks. Unless I do, but I don't think I do. Although I don't only play low system requirement games. You know. Although by today's standards they are low requirement games. Because let's not forget we have stuff like the 3090 on the market. If it's available on the market, and it will be 100% extremely overpriced because of scalping and material deficiencies or scarcities or whatever. I don't even have any AAA games that were made in the last couple of years. But the only one of these AAA games that are kind of fresh and I played was Cyberpunk. And it was ass. Like, the game itself is kind of ass. So, you know. I feel like even if I had a top-notch, like hardware setup, like a newest hardware for, like, I don't know, some kind of Ryzen Threadripper and the 3090 and water-cooled with like 64 gigabytes of RAM and this and that. Even then I would play stuff like this, you know? Like, sure, I would probably like stream Elden Ring, like that, but that's basically the only like AAA kind of game that I'm interested in. And of course Stalker 2, but you know, thanks to the war, that might get cancelled. So, there goes that. Plus, it might be bad. So, you know, I'm not really looking forward to that anymore. But yeah, I'm not really the kind of person who plays the big games. Because I just don't really care, so... You would probably see Titan Quest, but in maxed out graphics. Because this is not maxed out graphics. It's... You see, I don't have triple buffering on. Oh wait, that wasn't even the graphics option, that was video. Look at that. Shadow off. Whatever this is, medium. Ambient occlusion? No. Anti-aliasing? No. I mean, there's no point. Stuff would still be sharp as fuck. It's an old game. Plus, I'm not playing like this. Da-da-da-da-da. Because this just hurts the eyes, and also you can't really control your character. Like, I can't go down. There's no way for me to go downwards. So, in all honesty, I'm not really hard-pressed for better hardware, you know. I don't really need it. Like, I can... Like, sure, I could provide a better viewing experience for the streams, and that would be the main reason for my hardware upgrade, is to make the stream prettier. Because I would play the same old games and relatively old games that don't have a high requirement. But at least you could watch it in 60 FPS, you know? With crisp imagery. You can't really do that now, because I can't really provide that. I'm sorry. Although it became part of my shtick. I'm a subpar streamer. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm sending a message. And the message is, graphics are not the most important thing in video games. So... From tomorrow, I'm going to only have 1000 kilobits per second for the bitrate. And you will never know what I'm playing, so I could play anything. And at that point, I could even stream Warframe, because it wouldn't matter. You should try RuneScape. Like doing the same thing for a long time. I did play RuneScape back when I was a wee child. But back then I didn't have the patience for it. I mean, honestly, if I got into RuneScape now, I might turn it into my daily routine. I mean, RuneScape also has these leagues and stuff like that now, so... I could grind out my woodcutting and my fishing and stuff. Hell yeah. But I have enough daily routines. I have Warframe, I have War Thunder, although most of the time War Thunder is like one match per day and then I'm done because I don't have any more like coupons or tokens for extra Silver Lions or research points, except whatever. I also have Lost Ark. There's only so much I'm willing to do. Where's the lady again? There she is.
When the first satyrs...
My husband died. Good for you.
Blades, shields, potions, greaves, bows, helmets of all kinds. Oh, can I help you?
This goddamn thing that kinda hurt my ears. The way he was screaming with his voice cracking, whatever. And I wanted to have it clearly on stream, so anyone listening can suffer along. For ages to come. Alright, there's literally nothing
Bye
to
then.
here. What can I...
You know Simonides? Fine poet.
Simonides. 10%, 65 damage. Look at that. The Jagged Hoplon has 50% pierce ratio. So that would be a pretty cool offensive shield, but I can't do that. Piercing resistance, more, okay. Piercing damage it gives flat, more flat than the other one, but no percentage scaling. It also has some retaliation, so it's almost the same kind of thing. Oh, damage goes down a little bit. No. Level 9, 116 strength. What? What does it even do? It gives me the skill batter. Oh, look, I can cook stuff. You know, batter them and then cook them. I could use this as an offensive shield. I don't really want to though. 10%, 78 damage. A very abysmal percentage chance of a very high physical resistance. And it gives pierce and fire resi. That's not bad. But I would lose 1 DPS. So honestly, if I could use this, I probably would. I mean, I lose 2% pierce resi, but I don't care. What is this thing? Level 15, doesn't matter. Labyrinthine shield, this looks cool. Pierce resi, physical damage. Ooh. That's 116 as well. And that's 40. Level 10, 116 dex. Level 11, 116 dex. This would be more damage, but right now my damage is basically the Lich King, so I don't really care about the spears. Maybe I could go into the strength a little bit. How much? 116. Oh.
Safe journeys.
Oh my god, I have a bunch of this. 5 in this, although I'm kind of trying to rush to these things. But let's put 1 point into something else. There. Oh yeah, my damage is my Lich King.
Another traveler with goods to store.
1078, 1078, okay. Fierce fire offensive. 10 strength, 19 physical. So this is 61 damage. Somehow my damage went down to 58 with this thing. Hold on. 61, 54. Uh-oh. Yes, this. Although the crab shield looks too cool. Like it's a crab shield. Hell Let Loose is an amazing thing to try as well. Pretty realistic wargame. Oh, I'm not much for realistic wargames. I've seen it. I looked at it, but like I had my fill with Red Orchestra. And I was absolutely garbage at that, and it became frustrating. Because of like a lot of people play these kind of games who play nothing else but those kind of games. And they are extremely good at it, and you know I couldn't even begin to get good because like I would spend like 5 seconds alive in the game before someone snipes me from across the map. I mean that happens in War Thunder as well, but you know War Thunder you have a lot more chance to not get insta murdered by assholes who are spawn camping. Right, have fun. You have to go. Drinking is waiting. Hell yeah! I hope you're at least drinking with others. Have fun, Bless. Thanks for dropping by. I'm glad you're staying safe. And Viva la Revolution, or whatever. Yes, so screw this shield. Man, I like the crab shield. It's pretty. But this is not Elden Ring. I will never really see this up close. Can't really make out the cute little crab, so. Going to take the extra 7 damage per second.
Make light your weighty burden, warrior.
Even though it doesn't matter because my thingy is doing the damage, so you know what? What's more resi? 14 pierce. 13 pierce but 16 fire. Alright. Habitus.
Apollo smile on you.
Grab. Also, let's see what Resi gets permanently increased with this guy. 50, 40, 34.
Seeker, we enter peacefully and
Fire.
learn the nature of your destiny.
This one did fire as well. Like I swear, one of my characters got poison resistance. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what determines what you get, but...
Welcome.
You will.
I have given.
She has given.
Apollo guide you.
Seeker. Well, that's another level up. That's another level up done. Hey! Activate that. Also, slam dunk all this garbage in here.
Stores deep and wide, as the poets say.
Plop. Also, what's in here that I could maybe use? There's a Spellbound Charm, elemental damage, don't care. There's a +1 to Spirit Mastery. I'm better than this thing. I mean, sure, 6 elemental resi, but I already have pretty good elemental resis, which is pretty odd. But hey, that's cool. Health regen, pathetic, energy, don't care. Heart of Oak, I can't. So yeah, this is better. So my dude is going to be even stronger. Let's see, what else do we have here? Strained and Storm Mastery. I don't have Storm Mastery. Bleed, a lot of bleed damage that I also don't have, and other damage that I don't have, and these don't have the vitality damage of my Lich King, so it doesn't matter. Attack speed, but this has avoidance and stuff like that, so more important. Prior ward, retaliations, cold lightning and poison resi. I mean, that's not bad. I would lose my pierce resi though. Maybe I wouldn't, because... Oh, that's pierce damage, never mind. I like that 8% projectile avoid and the 35% less damage from beasts. Well, at least giant spiders won't, you know, mess me up as much. What else? Defense mastery, earth mastery and a bunch of energy. I don't care about that. And most of these need strength. And Stano's wisdom needs intelligence. Aww. Although this is mostly for like casting speed. Does have good physical resi though. I mean, my int will reach that point at some in some time in the future. Because I would like necrosis, I want enslaved spirit, obviously upgrade this guy. Probably not this. Yeah. But I will definitely at least go to the 24. That might give a lot of intelligence. But right now I will keep those attributes. This is a very interesting and kind of weak build so far, I feel. It could definitely be a lot stronger if I just laid into either hunting or spirit without having the other one. Like, it would be definitely a lot stronger if I only had spirit mastery right now and I was using staves with like maybe even turning an attack with a stronger Death Chill aura, stronger life drain, obviously a stronger Lich King. This thing is amazing. Although I'm like 1 and 2 hitting these spiders, so... I mean, it's normal difficulty. At this point, it doesn't really matter what you do. It's mostly just the what's going to 2 hit something and what's going to 3 hit something, you know. It's just a little bit of extra speed is what the difference is between your seal choices. Like Dark Covenant I might take later on. Obviously I want to take Call of the Hand, also Study Prey. These are very good debuffs and extra buffs for my character that are mostly used for like larger high threat enemies. But right now, I can just run around high threat enemies and let my my summon deal with it. Just like a summoner. And hey, I had a lot of fun with summoners, so... I feared that this would be a lot slower than it is. I didn't know how good the Lich King would be, damage-wise, but... The dude is clearing, look at that. Just looks at them and they die. And that's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to stick with this build. All in all, it looks decent enough, and I'm interested in the whole what is this called? Enslaved Spirit. Although this guy isn't. Oh, this guy's an enslaved soul, of course. Of course, the difference is uncanny. It's obvious. But yeah, I'm interested in how that works and how useful that is. I've never used Enslaved Spirit, like when I played this game back in the day. They had like one build that had Spirit Mastery, but I don't remember what I used with it. I think I just used the same things I'm using now, but I don't know what the other class for it was. Or maybe it was just a pure Spirit skill tree, nothing else. But yeah, this will be a thing on stream for a while. Unless I spice it up with something like, I don't know, Sheltered. That's another game I'm fixing to the stream. I remember having a lot of fun with that when it came out, like 25 years ago. It changed a lot since then, I think, so, you know, would be an interesting thing to revisit. It's like a little post-apocalyptic survival game where you have a family that finds a bunker and stuff. And I think the devs are making a 3D version, or 3D-ish version, that honestly looked absolutely garbage. Like, it looked like full-on Unity asset flip bullshit. I don't feel the game benefiting from becoming 3D. But hey, I didn't really look into it too in depth, so there might be very good changes to the gameplay and the mechanics and stuff. Maybe even a full fleshed out story that I wouldn't really care about. It's post-apocalyptic. We don't need a story in the post-apocalyptic hellscape. We just need to survive until we get bored, and then it's the shotgun to the head. That's basically how it goes. Hey! Relic parts. Love to see it. What is this thing? It's garbage. What is this thing? It's basically the stuff I had back at a stash. Oh well. What's the time? Oh, we're almost at like 3 hours actually. Wait, we're over 3 hours. Are we? It's 1:40 now. And it was 1.5, 2 hours when the internet died, so yeah. We are. When did I start? I studied at 7, right? Yeah. We are over 3 hours, huh? My sense of time got confused when I had to restart the stream. So guess what? We're going for another 5 hours, hell yeah. I got nothing else to do. All I'm waiting for is the next day so I can do my my acolyte runs in Warframe. And that's my life. Yeah. That was quick. This thing is very strong and I'm already very afraid that it will start dropping off at like 2nd difficulty. Because I'm not going to focus on pet jewelry. Because like vitality, pet vitality damage and pet elemental damage would be the only thing that could help it. It doesn't do physical damage. I mean, doesn't it have like percentage? Attack damage converted to health. Damage converted to health. 33% reduction to enemy's health, but that's the Soul Blight. That's the ball. Oh wait, 9% reduction to enemy's health with its base attack. Oh, that is pretty strong. Does it go up? Not that I can see, it's 9% on level 11 as well. It might go up to 10, maybe even 11 by 16. And maybe even higher by level 20, but I just can't tell right now. Death Noah, a wave of death that deplete life from a living being it contacts. 11% with some vitality damage and a lot of conversion to health. So wait, the 50% attack damage converted to health, does that only apply to the 33 vitality damage? Or does it apply to the reduction to enemy health as well? So, for example, if the 11% is a lot of health because it hits a meaty enemy, does that convert 50% to health as well? How does this work? I will have to Google this one. Because if it's only the vitality, then it's absolute garbage. Then this attack might not be good. I mean, it's not good for healing the Lich King, but the 11% reduction is definitely good. Then again, the basic Spectra Bolt already does almost the same. I have to see how this scales. What's Wraith Shell? Lich to diminish its corporeal presence, making it less vulnerable to attack types, all types of damage. 2 active energy cost per second, 18% damage absorption, and on top of that 30%. Okay, so this guy is going to be the same way as the Core Dweller. Core Dweller was extremely squishy until it got the like metamorphosis or whatever it was that gave it like heaps of armor and extra health and stuff. Like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to focus on the dude a little, I feel like. Although I still want to rush to Trailblazing, purely because of the entrapment. Entrapment! That's a fun thing. Oh man. Humanity was a mistake. But that's all news. We all know that. Aren't there supposed to be rats in this place? Like in this corner? Oh wait, this is not a corner. It's further down, I guess. Yep. Got my sweet poison resistance, although I don't need it here. I don't need the poison resistance. There should be like a test at the start of these kind of games when you make a new character, like a personality test, and it would measure the person's toxicity, and if one was a very toxic person, their created character would get a heap of poison resistance. What a cool mechanic would that be? Although people would just exploit it and, you know, Google the right answers for toxic or poison resistance. Because of course people would just ruin the fun for themselves for the sake of efficiency. And that's the point, right? Number go up. Ooh, that looks kind of ugly. That reminds me of Age of Empires 2. For some reason, I don't know why. I can just picture the little swordsman dude running around with its low resolution little sprite, just, you know, having this kind of armor with a helmet with those big feathers and just I don't know. It's an intelligence garb. F4's garb. Fire damage burn. Oh, it's for... Well, now we know why it's red. It's for the Earth Mastery. Pretty cool though. It needs 92 intelligence. Well, I'm not far away. I mean, 3 points. But those 3 points will be acquired through other means. Cheating, of course. Like I'm starting up Cheat Engine right now on the side. Let's go. No, I'm not. I could. That's a one way to play video games. I mean, if it's a solo game, then, you know, cheat if you want. It doesn't really affect others. If that's what people want, they can make their own fun. Yes. I barely use the life drain at this point. I'm already like, I feel like I'm past it, like, oh wow, it kills the thing in one hit, but so does my enslaved soul, so... My enslaved soul. I'm enslaved by the video game. Oh no. Where do I go this way? I always get lost as soon as I come out here. I'm like, is this the way forward or is this the way forward? And I always get just confused and I don't know. My old brain doesn't know. Can't remember. What's down here? Is this the little dead end pocket? It is. Suck. They didn't even kill the guy. They're all spreading. They're woman spreading, dude. That's nasty. Jesus. That probably triggered someone on the internet. Excuse me. It's all just very tasteless humor. I swear, I'm not trying to harm others. It just comes naturally. Maybe I should have been a politician or something. Because I'm an asshole. Oh well. Can I suck life from this guy? Although he's undead, so probably not. Even if that was an option. That should be an option though. Like, there should be an option to, you know, like, look at your wolf summon and be like, hey, I need some life essence, and you just life drain them. And they go, wolf? But it's not a thing, so... Oh well. Dude, this guy's almost dead. Don't you have life leech? Let me show you how it's done. See? Life leech. Look at this guy. Oh my god! The Matador! Oh no, the Man-Catcher. Wait, was this the same guy? They look similar. Hunting Spear. Don't mind if I do. Not. I hate the way that Spear's like glow effect works. It's so bad looking. Like, I get it, it's a fire... What is it called? Fire spike, but... What the hell? It's so ugly. Like, it doesn't turn with the weapon. It always orients the same way. It's always like this way. like right now it looks okay, but when I'm running this way, it's It's dumb. Although that's just a minor personal annoyance, I guess. Doesn't detrimentally affect the numbers. The numbers. What do they mean? Kill this thing. Somebody dispelled me! What the hell? How dare you? All I can hear is the cats going wah, wah. Just keep dying. Oh, I'm already here? Oh my god. Excuse you. Not even going to look at this. Exactly. Would be cool if I could tell my Lich King when to use that ball. Because normally it's not a good thing to use on like normal enemies because it's slow. Deals absolutely no damage compared to the other attack. Like if it had some kind of a system like in Mass Effect, right? Where you could just pull up some tactical view in the middle of combat and the time would either just slow down drastically or stop altogether. And you could be like, Liara, use your kinetic butthole or something. And then she does so. It pulls everybody into her butthole. Like the dude from Inuyasha. But in this case, it would be like, Lich King, stop using your disco ball because it's trash. And then I would only like tell it to use it on like bosses and stuff. That would be nice, but it effectively uses it as soon as it's off cooldown, I guess. It's not 100% efficiency. I cannot comprehend. I'm guessing this is not a popular game with Germans, when like your pets don't use their abilities to 100% efficiency. Jesus. Obviously, I'm again just taking the piss. Please don't cancel me. Although the only thing Germans cancel is their own nuclear power plants. Fucking idiots. We arrive at the dead of night. Splinter selling our way through the scams. Yeah. Come back here. Here. Death to all non-human creatures. That's the way of a hero. Yeah. Oh, come on. Copper pasta. Oh, pasta. Hasta la vista. I think my brain is just fried at this point. I guess at least I have something in common with Biden. Jeez. I can't stop. Right. I think I'm gonna... I think the whole Gorgon place is after this. Maybe? Although I always confuse this camp with the camp in front of Athens, although that one is after the Gorgons. Maybe this is, I mean, this is definitely before the Gorgons, but how close? I'm looking for an ending point right now, because an ending point for my life. Jesus Christ. Oh, I wanted to life drain that thing, but it's a skeleton. I can only stab. What the hell? Did it multiply itself, or were there 2 in 1? That's a great deal though. 2 in 1 skeleton. Oh, in melee. I need some kind of a stun. But I don't think this guy has a... Oh. Can visions of death affect skeletons? The weak-hearted flee in horror, so probably just basic enemies. Oh, what the fuck? Please. For the sake of...
Not enough energy.
Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Yeah. What the hell killed this thing again? Is there a hero? I see a lot of icicles. Oh my god. Oh my god, no! Stop it. Or maybe that guy is really weak against ice. Just generally very fragile for now. Will be pretty tough against physical though. Like damage absorption and physical resistance. Like, oh my god. That will be pretty dope. But right now, he's a glass cannon, baby. As the scum of the internet would say, it's pretty based. But in reality, it's not. It's just annoying, because he gets hit once and dies, and I have to summon him, then he dies again, and then I have to wait a minute, and also chug an entire health or mana potion, because it costs extreme amounts of energy to cast that guy. Alright, I feel like this guy's damage is pretty good, so I'm not going to focus on that for a while. I did a level up not long ago, so I'm just thinking on what the best thing would be. I need some survivability for my character soon, though. And it's not going to be Life Leech. It's probably going to be the Death Chill Aura. Increased, and also the race towards the thing. I just remembered, yeah. Root armor. Oh, I can use it, and it's not bad. But the piercers, it would be gone, and I don't care about the lightning. I'll just sell it, I guess. Ooh, experience. So yeah, I am going to race towards the 100% entrapment duration reduction. I feel like that's a good goal. Plus, that would give me a clear indication of the amount of dexterity and strength I will get from my mastery bar. To suck my life, I suck it back. Haha! Because you are not undead, even though your head looks like a skull. Nothing else. Suck! Yeah. Because I don't know if I need to go higher than 24. Oh no, I do. I want volley. We don't need scattershot. And what is this? Defensive, bleeding, resi, and elemental resi reduction. Flush out. I mean, flush out would be nice for the defensive ability reduction, but the bleeding and elemental. I mean, the elemental is good for the lich dude, but not necessarily good for my character. I don't think getting to the top tier, and yes, this is the top tier because this I can't use. I don't have the DSC. I don't know why it goddamn shows up. It's probably just, you know, they want to frustrate you into buying the DSC because it's there but I can't reach it. What the hell? It's like, but yeah, this is not that big of a priority because Wally's, I guess it's okay because the percentage goes up to like what, 20% or something, and later on you will have better attack speed. So it's a nice little increase in DPS, and this is also nice, but not that much. So 24, yeah. So I'm kind of close to the Stir and Dex that I get from the skill tree. Although Spirit Master gives some Dex, right? It gives 2 per level. Okay, so that's also going to give a decent chunk of Dex. But the strength is almost out, so to speak. And then it's all attribute points and the items. Okay, so this is the Gorgon place. Okay. And there is a fountain. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop for today. Who dies first? I don't know. Not me. Fell into the hole. As nice as that little burst healing from Life Drain is, what else does it do? What is this? Cascade. Oh, you can do Chain Life Leech. Or Life Drain. So it's basically like Regrowth, but it's only for the caster. I don't think I want to go into this. I'll just mash Q, and if Q is on recharge, then I guess I'll die. That's how they're going to do this.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. No. And that's how it ends. So yeah, that's where I stop for today. Look at that crab shell. That genuinely looks nice. Nice image. Don't mind the very jagged shoulder blades. And the weird, whatever that is. And the ugly spear. The shield. It's pretty. Also feet. Look at you. Look at that, you degenerates. Feet. Look at the little toes. Yeah, you can even see the nails on there. Rejoice. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. The Bone Charmer. I'll see how long I want to go with this character. Normal difficulty, definitely. Beyond that, I'll see. So, what date is it? Friday today? It is Friday today, so I guess see you next week. Goodbye.